What's going on, guys? I'm gonna do a weekend update. I did get my injectors in. Bosch 210s. I did have to order these adapters for the wiring for my Evo 1. Actually, these are Denso from what I looked up. He said Evo 6, but they're not Evo 6s or EV 6s, whatever they are. Did have to order that. That just came today. Got that on. Got all my fuel lines bolted on here. All my return lines mounted up. Or actually my feed lines. Return lines here coming back into the regulator. There's a Y down here. Feeding back in the regulator. Dropping down the return. This is a coolant modification to tie the back cylinder heads to the water pump, and that's a piece from MMR. I know a lot of people don't like MMR, and that is the only piece of MMR I have on this motor, just because of stuff I've heard. Never used them personally, so I don't, no comment on that one. I haven't got much more done. Ordered my sensors and I got sent the wrong crank sensor, so I still couldn't finish running my wires there. I got to get different bolts here, and hopefully I can still use that thermostat housing. Like I said, I haven't fit up the radiator yet, but these are just way too long. I'm guessing they are different in the factory intake, so I'm just waiting to plug that up to finish that, to plug that up. Like I said, besides that, dude, got my feed line there. I think I showed all that. I still got a wiring mess under here. I still got to finish stripping some of this wire out, but I did get the fuel lines ran. I got to finish getting this one kind of wired up or mounted up more. But I got them all mounted up. Ran underneath the car. I'll go to this other side here. Did get my fuel tank put in. Started running my feed lines here. Hard to see since they're black. Run these two dash 10s. They come around, and then they go into a, sorry about that, go into a Y here, feed, and I gotta get another connector to go in the fuel pump. I got my bracket mounted here, my filter, and it's feeding up, and I gotta finish, like I said, finish running. I gotta order a few more AN lines. These AN lines are getting crazy. I guess that's why people make complete kits for these cars, but that you probably still got to modify. So anyways, a couple more fittings and I'll have all the fuel line ran up. I got to tie my feed line into each other up there up top, finish mounting it on the frame rail right there, and then I'm hoping my fuel system is done. I'll come out here with the 90-8, and I'm going to come around the fuel tank just like I did here with the return line. This is kind of something like that running along my fuel tank here. But I got to finish putting my strap on, but I didn't want to put both straps on if I was going to have to drop the tank again, because I was drilling into the tank mount here to pop rivet onto the plastic. Didn't want to hit the tank. Besides that, I did get my smart coils on a bracket. I didn't like that other Holly's bracket kit. It's just too big, too bulky, so I ordered this kit. It's real nice. It seems kind of compact. Haven't quite figured out where I was gonna mount it at yet. I don't know if I'm gonna mount them on the side here or on the shock tower. But that's another day's project. I was busy with my son's car. We had to pull the motor on his car so we can get ready to put my other motor in his car. But not too much more to update on. A few more little odds and ends. A whole lot more money on AN lines and some wiring, and hoping to have this thing fired up here still in a couple weeks. Everything goes well. I need to finish running my oil cooler stuff, but I want to finish all the fuel line stuff and kind of drop the car back down so much so I'm not bent over leaning on these fenders too much. Besides that, not much is going to change in here. I am mounting a shifter since I am going back to an automatic. It's got a built 4R70W and Freddie Brown. I'm going to run this shifter here. Now I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to run the cable and all that stuff, and I don't think I'm going to run this. I think I'm going to cut the welds off of here or just unbolt it here. I know Lethal and somebody else makes a plate that goes to the factory holes. I may go ahead and buy and run. That's my coilover stuff. I haven't finished running it. All the intake tubing, wires. So a lot to do. Garage sale stuff, huh? Garage sale time almost. Anyways, I was stripping the harness out here so I can give it to my son to fix his car. I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna rerun all this wire back, and so I can have my fuel level on my Holly dash, because I will either put a pro dash or some kind of dash that gives me all of my gauges. I already got, or the gauges are already gone out of here. The console's already gone. I mean, only a few more paychecks, right? With a paycheck to paycheck, most of us do, and that's what this car is. It's just spend some extra money, and like I said, not much has changed. And I may debating on selling these Cobra brakes. Anybody interested in these Cobra brakes? I'd rather sell locally, but I mean, they're in good shape. I do have cross drilled rotors to go with it. Still kind of up in the air if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know if I'm going to change braking system yet. I did get this flexible dipstick tube. Quite not sure where to mount it though. It seems kind of weird that it's got that straight bracket and nowhere, and it's made for the 4.6s, 5.4s. I don't know, I may tight it here. Depends if I do delete my Hydro Boost or rerun my Hydro Boost lines. I haven't decided. More than likely I want to keep power steering on it, but that's still up in the air about power steering, or just go ahead and just do manual. I mean, it's kind of getting into more of a race car than the street car that I was originally after, which, you know, me, it's not too big of a deal. It's not a daily driver. I have my Raptor, so, but am I really going to drive this much on the street, run AC? And I'd like to have it. It just depends how much more money it's going to take to get the AC up and running. Anyways, I'm rambling on here, so that's my weekend update. If any questions or comments or suggestions, please put them in the comment. I hope everybody has a good weekend. See you later.